Today, now the 28th day of September 2021. Few more days, September, now done so. Then we come to October. One for lay na table, the Limconquin University issue. This particular issue, it's kind of complicated. Why? Because the government of Sierra Leone, this administration, the previous administration, signed with the Limconquin University and promised them, say, unaka opi no more. Certain number of students, then the way we, the government of Sierra Leone, go to pay for, una self get una yon, we una self go do. Administration change. We get election. We get this administration. Then come, then look into the Limconquin University agreement, then disagree. Then say, no, this kind of agreement here is not correct. We no say government and continuity, but we, this particular one, we not the one. Okay. Draw, begin inside. After all the draw, students then come and demonstrate, they arrest them, carry them go CID. The government say, you know anything? Okay, let's have a plan. When I low see the low talk, low gets plan. This thing, you know the work. You know the work today, you know the work tomorrow. We not get my sign safe. Then kind of agreement here. Because we too they pay for one student in Limconquin. Now the other institutions them, maybe now 4 or 5 students now go pay for that money day. So to we, it don't make sense. But because we na Comra government and we flagship na education, what see we go do? Una we don't enroll done. We go pay for una. Even at that, we and Limconquin we go get an agreement to go scale and down. We go look inside the figures them and we work them in a way where we go get a perfect understanding with the university administration. Then going further, we go pay. But no new student will not take under this scheme. This particular scheme will not take no new students day. So una we be done day. Now we go just carry on with and pay for una done. Make una done. That did not happen. No. It not happen. The resolution of the impasse where government of Sierra Leone being pulled. This now back then in September 2018 because anytime where September can you know say na that the school year they start. That go they for pay that money day then they come para. But inside the resolution, where government don't outline what I tell you so. Number 2, inside they say government go continue for pay for existing students who don't already get the scholarship. Number 3 say for any new intake by the university, students then get the liberty for seek scholarship through the regular government granting aid channel or through the upcoming student loan scheme. It said the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education in collaboration with the Limconquin University of Creative Technology go ensure that the status of the university is regularized in the line with due approval within government. And the way I read for you, so what government say? The old students them for pay. Okay. Now then the one can talk about. Because 30 days, government not pay for them. Or what is it about going to the media, go on the street, make bigger, then the government shame, then can say, oh, talk and do, okay, when I will be done provisional, when I so and so go do. Even the two deal with here yesterday. Because the special needs people them come to the media and make alala, then the finance ministry say, oh, okay, we will sort that out. When you work, why say force? This one, where the government be don't say they need to do, if them be don't team up say they need to do, like how them be don't say it before they say, okay, well, we'll go just do for the old students there. Okay. But now they say, the old students and then go pay. They no go pay for no new student. They will take new students under that scheme. Because the scheme, not correct. The amount of money we government they pay for one student not correct. You are know waiting at the latest now? Waiting the students then don't decide now for do? Now listen, bah.
Last time we don't do we go on streets for street begging me come now me get any option except to go on street for the Soriat organization in CV and people philanthropists them. We may end up see the Ministry of Higher Education may make a press briefing at the Ministry of Information Technology. Then we make a something like payments plan where they may make a PowerPoint how the money are going for pay. But more specifically now on the term where they for pay the money we may expect see them for pay September.
Okay. So time become where the students name of Limconquin University come on a street. Then get placard, then get cash box. Then they go and bigger. And they go and bigger for me people then put money for them so that they go able to raise money for go pay the tuition since the government no one stand up to waiting them promise. When the government see that one day and they say, you know waiting, now knock one emergency press briefing, now get a PowerPoint presentation. Go down the Ministry of Information. Do a presentation, say, well, then get all the payments plan them. Now so and so we go do and we go pay the money. It's out clear. Say for the one they don't take already. I read them for you. A resolution I read for you so GG's no. Clear say they want them with the inside the program now we go pay, but we no go take new one. They not be do. The man they come on and treat them begin bigger. The government not been like that one day. So then come with a press briefing for tell them what's in the one for you.
But that may make we all on we plans them, we may get all we think the way we want for put in place, we'll make Soriat organizations them and use the see we don't strain for too long. Unfortunately, it happen now see since then we don't see any good thing happen. What do we do as leaders of concerned students? We may end up for one Ministry of Tertiary Education. We not get a tangible information. We go give you hope. So we skeptical if it will happen. So we end up going to the finance of the administration. We now Limconquin University Management. They not give you any word we could tell we see. They don't put 100,000 or 1 or 2 million that the account of Limconquin.
The government on that presentation they been promised say then go they put money na Limconquin in their account. According to the way they represent the students name, it say then go na the Ministry of Finance. what not did we strong? So wetin dem do? Dem go na the Limconquin University, the account department for say, Bodia, we na den students we government for pay for. Anything don't come inside the account for we? Then they say,
because by the look of things,
no.
We see say previously where women common at it, we see say government take we issue, like say they want for solve we issue we problem. Along the line take time. Then we will pull we documentary as people like see how students and suffer. Students we a software engineer they turn the bookstore now. You get me? Students now want to smoke and I didn't get to. So that's we make the ministry specifically mean call on we back. Then tell we thing we wire.
So this, how you call this kind of game? When the students they do something for call the attention of we the public for say, hey, now this will they go through. Government no do this thing where them be promised say them go do. Government go call them but una come. Now we don't tell una say we they do this and this. We they do them. It is on the pipeline. It is on an advanced stage. Who said about them we would on the hear? Eh? Advanced stage. It go show up just on the account. All the words then they. So that then they build the hopes of the students and they say, well, government said and they do I want to wait. And they say go they bring misunderstanding within the students because some man go they say, me I not believe them. Other one go they say, let we wait, let we see. Then that one they go they begin bangettes. Okay.
But it's on the other way around. So it drag for almost years. Then where we come on at it again back for very big to Soviet organization, we see the same line Ministry of Higher and Technical Education, then call on the administration back, they see look and make a payments plan.
Okay. So when you start to talk earlier on, you say after this commitment from the ministry, now ask concerned students to for say how best now go meet the ministry, then go explanation as to how far they do the process for do the payment. Wouldn't have been the exact explanation. Wouldn't have the people at the ministry wouldn't have been made.
Fine. Firstly, we may end up go to the permanent secretary. We see with the deputy minister of tertiary education, where we see him, we tell we how in just take office. So then they see. So we ask him how soon we issue will be solved. He says soonest.
Hey, soonest the issue go be solved. Well, it depends on how soon is your soon. Eh?
But that one of this word here, we don't get this word too much. So for like all students on the 7 years course, a course where you for do 4 years now, 7 years now. So in that word they know is safe.
A course where you for do for 4 years. Don't it gag now for 7 years. Because government just no one for pay. And just no one for pay. That's it. If they want for pay, trust me, they don't pay. But now the game where they play, where then your mind they come out, for go bigger, let them see how much them go able for raise and get and see what thing go able for happen. Don't then call and say, no, na come, who they pay? Eh? Who they pay? Hi. Okay.
So this now about the footing now, where you don't see government and the promise, one of the concerned students then will send them back to school, according to the explanation earlier on studies interview, but all don't become futile. What you make up of them promise here? When I think say government really get on our mind for soon to go back to school.
We wish for make the government citizens for like then pay for we let this issue be solved now. Because by the look of things, I can tell you these are just a gimmicks. We get students that way up till now, what they tell you so that then they sell a business and they do now. We get students that way they don't die. students already don't frustrate. Now you don't see, I don't show you the 27 private students they begin register. And now we them in the wait. If we don't be long term, then we wait say if the anything happen, we will be a final that we all sign. Then we'll combine we all register the same we attend. Now truth they don't postpone the registration. This time around they're able. So they say they carry on the administration say well they're not go wait for it.
The administration say they're not going to wait for the government own payment because then they deprive the private students them with the goodie. So what thing they do? They say, you know what thing? The 27th, we na be Monday yesterday, they start, then pull a press release. And they write and they say, private students for go register for. And I say the whole government they pay for because government a lot no can at the bank yet. No bank alert. Hey. Okay.
From what this minister can now office to the specific Professor Alpha Wui, they don't make commitment to them. The first one they make commitment during the time when they hand over gear, the office from my predecessor. He say go ensure say student them with their own government sponsor graduate na them Coquin. He also make this commitment some months ago na the Ministry of Information and Press briefing. About 2 to 3 years down the line, this not happen. This promise, if you not come to reality again, what's going to be on next line of action?
Wait, before we know the next line of action, from 2018, this thing done the drag. It done the drag. Now 2021 with this one. Even Professor Alpha Wui can himself he promise them back. He promised them back, say, una no worry, at the sea say una go back. And they not say the school year they start September. They say not too long ago, he tell them back. Watch we press briefing them. Where we can attend, that Thursday press briefing. Go na SN Radio, you go see Andy. Because there is no way where the Minister of Higher and Tertiary, they go in and know they ask about this particular limb conquering issue. There is no way. Me, I feel to say if government need to do and just say, you know what, I will be don't say. If them be don't stick to say they need to do and like how they be don't talk. Like I said earlier, like we need to talk this again. But una can't say una they do something. Oh, una no say una no one do one. Then una they drega no more, they drega. They raise people up. Where the time come, if for them. They wait back to another year, they raise them up, then if for them. Okay. I tell you, say, na recurring decimals. Alright.
Of course, first we move on with we plans them. Because we not see option now. We don't use all avenue for like government series for pay for 1,200 students. If we don't see that happen, we move on the plans.
What are the plan?
The plan then are one, we meet international organizations them. We go knock that and don't say safe. We go big, we all cash box them. We go on the streets, we beg the people out in the sell Pamai Maggie when our mama they made a help we.
Alright. The same thing that wouldn't be done they do. Where government they can call and say on our way then they relax. Then the school year begin. The private students then done a whole year. Right now, then they can grab back, see, then they go begin big back. Then they begin all in cash box back. Then they go now to international people. Then they go outside for fend their money. For see how much they go able for raise. So that at the end of the day, they go able for pay. You go see just now. Government come back. So, Who that they play in company now? Now government they play the students there, or now the students there? They play the government. Eh? You don't do the first year. It not happen. When I try for do something them, they can say when I know we go do this, when I believe them, they not do it. The second year, the same thing. The third year. Then when I don't plan back for can go begin bigger. May I not say them go for next week we go see. Next week. We go see. Then we make press briefing. So they are the closing end now for make we able sort this Limcock issue. And then they get back to where the semester don't go inside better one is but they are left now for next September back. Or they wait for 2022 or 2023 and pay for them. Don't they themselves glad to say, yeah, finally government don't pay. We want to say thanks to Radio Democracy. Because now through them, make me able for you read this. Eh? I don't know. But we go see. If then student here, whose decision then go take this time around. Because that last time, I don't forget self, almost them be don't even get a reach. In fact, that money they wear. Yeah? The money when I be don't get her, where and for self. Because now for be don't go put on the Limcock Queen account to let it do first. When I self they show accountability. Eh? Okay. Let I come with us friend. Let we hear waiting in get for you on this issue. Welcome on board, us friend. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A, for giving me the platform. And thanks to all the listeners and viewers and for taking the time for level the noting dinner salute all the contribute. And thanks to your effort again for always bring together we are. Regarding this education of Licom, they actually bring up on man, they put ideas within the suggestion we government go able to take or within the situation with the student then they found how they go able to come up and but here is an issue of finance. But the issue there mostly regarding in terms of scholarship, sponsorship towards education. So how this country go able to go? I mean, most lot of people like developing countries, but here now specifically to Salome, because the scholarship and sponsorship issue now in the one way they now this issue of the university will still the student unable to get education. But if you look primarily the Queen actually, because I think UK are the base, the idea was trying to help developing countries and over 1 million students for change their lives. So they get a kind of a model wouldn't they introduce. I believe in that model the previous government buy. But there was just maybe they might have done a mistake, an error somewhere, and then you go see say the guys then they are way not to a fault of their own for the situation where they actually did. So you go find out say the model we Licom Queen get, and that model they kind of call a philanthropic model. Like actually they aim when they open the university, that what in they mean, then they help people them we're not able to get, then they give 50% towards every part of education. They can even give scholarship to students them. They don't disburse over 60 million now Asia, Africa, and some developing countries. But the point I try to bring up here is that they don't aim. Then they say that they can help 50%, so they can try for develop students there so that they go get technological ideas, development, so that the students then go avoid for being left out when our youths are developing countries because they make up the population. But would I be good tap this idea, bring them inside, say, okay, because of that 50% and the knowledge on the G, we not get a year. This is a far-fetched knowledge where people in travel go overseas for go get. So when they try for bring it here, But you get an area where you go talk about an issue where go come up later. So when they bring them, they say that 50%. So you go see say still 50% looking at the developing country, not to still everybody go able to afford them. So that the area of sponsorship and scholarship, they've been they work up now. But here was the area where governments been they sponsor them in the form of a scholarship, but to sponsoring them. Then the driver say, will they pay for this number of students? Because there are other students, I believe, say students, and the way they pay for them themselves, will they profit from this 50% discount. But when you look at development, because the 50% discount is not so easy amount really for everybody for pay again. When you look at the lump sum of it compared to other tertiary educational institutions, where they come up, where they try to develop again. But because of the model, the causes, whatever Department of Education in terms of a career we want to put up, the way you get technology, because now more of technology area, then they try to cover and not go in depth of all the causes, but that is the primary aim. So now that one day will able to help youths for able for the self-reliant, for let go do work, who will become demanding at the world, so that they see that the area they need. So, but the government here side now, they say the previous, they say we are doing good to follow, we will push people in there. But the vetting system, I don't know how the vetting system will go. But I believe, say, they try to help student them. But the area where I've been just questioned, say, based on the waiting, that they on amount of money when they don't put aside, when they say that this will budget for their student, they are not able to pay for them, which side they get, from the government cover, of course. But then he go do for let them pay for their all things that they be doing, will not affect the government. But that side, I'm not going to go in detail about them. But it comes to the area where in them being they help this cause, but the discontinuation of the amount, it come at a point when the transition day for government for come on, other one they can't inside. So there was a lapse of payment towards that end of the era and towards them where the beginning of the era. So it therefore can affect the one they way not to a cause of their own, but they've been there because of a situation where they can go for get a chance for say una less privileged, now una therefore get this particular package that will help una. So you find out say the question of vetting again, now another issue now where this particular government administration, they try to say, we don't go far. We talk to them, we don't go far, don't promise. But at some point, they say, no, we don't go again. But you will find out, say, because of the modern language where they do inside politics now, kind of a modern language where they try to say, will they do this? Will they change them a figure for saying, so they talk, it will be like this. And now, the point where we pick from the students, most of them were not vetted for saying, some of them even go there, they not been get maths, they not been get 5 GCSE, so they not be qualified for go there. So they been go that route there, they begin to vet out so they don't get a number. But I don't know if that the number after vetting that fourth method, they still get number where they say, oh, what we get now as a government administration, we know we're able to disburse this wire. But you look at from another angle, say this not a continual expenditure. This now like a one-off kind of something where they just give. Then you put the block like I see, go allow that one again, and then you take off. But we don't know waiting day in the budget where you're able to cover the student there we did it for letting them able to continue their education. Because when you look, the student there now. Taking that year, it look like taking a gap year and not a 1 year. And there are lots of effects working there. But now because of, you find out people like a lapse for letting even not get the zeal for letting go again. So they can go, then go do other things and we're not there towards the educational portions of technology. We before don't go help for do. But in a very circumstances and where they can do. The previous government, they try to take the chance in that technology inside. Now 50%, because we compare what they pay overseas here, then now 50% they pay. But again, comparing again something on a home base based on the household income of individual them will make up the population. They're not going to reach for them will attain that knowledge day. So they say, well, still we carry, no go get a chance. So then the one they go on when they receive them now, they say we're receiving them, what's now we aim, now for let we go empower them because the World Bank actually, UNESCO, we don't buy this module wouldn't get, this module wouldn't they recognize for say now education, a kind of a creative, innovative model so that they will able to educate individuals and for them to become self-reliant. And the one way they use for help the student, that philanthropic model, we then count with two ways, say we will give them a 50% discount for let we will go. So he left now to the present government for say, they go for tell we say, they say they don't get the money, but we know it's difficult for say they don't get them. But at some point they say, well, they can't give them. So he come to an area wherein he says they use a political language so that maybe the tension and will reduce them. When somebody will be, I can all look, I go see what they look. In a film, I look like I go see what I see. I only look waiting there behind the scene. And I'm waiting there in front with the actors and they do, would they make the scene or would they organize them for them to become the scene? I don't want for no. So you go say, well, now they see that film, that's why I go look at. Me go look at from this perspective, say, sometimes the people are not being getting money. When they say they will pay for them, or sometimes they begin to look at the political and say, then why now more of people them when they know that they carry they go. So you begin to see section and they come so well now people then when they give because of that gone and family members of the politicians them or now people that when they carry they don't get the qualification and begin to bring all these ideas how they will able to vet them. But it's a two-way. I believe say what you mean is government get actually a kind of a way where they go able for put them the student there in the way where they go help them in that one-off state where they don't see the money actually there because when these students that they come up from less disadvantaged backgrounds, we I believe say if they not really come up because this is practical, if they not really come up from less advantaged backgrounds, then people therefore don't pay for them. Then not before don't they go on a street scene, not before don't they wait, then for us we will not pay or continue. But then give them an alternative, say that una go na other university, we will be able to pay for now, they will put now through the scholarship scheme. But you can't look, say, the courses are going to be on technical courses. Now, cause them where sometimes they go say we are going to carry what are they go say you carry your credits, transfer of credit transfer. I don't know how they go, then they call actually for now. But let's say you credit the way you don't get the stage you don't get for now 50, you the aim forget, but you don't go take 20, you go take that 20 credit, then you go apply out at university, then they average them for you, then you go do an alternate course. But people then don't become thirsty and eager. They don't get that drawing, see that drawing attraction for say this is something technical. So you try to pull them away from that one, they distract them. But then they find out, say, that we don't get the knowledge and it will make them empower. Because when you find out, say, you give everybody a kind of a gift, where now world-class gift of education, where you give them, you will find out, say, waiting to happen, it will become somebody useful in the society. Because another one day they look for, say, they aim for transform lives them. But when you see, say, you not get them kind of things they are wearing, then go able to get that creative knowledge, then give them. The point where you go the afraid for say it will happen, now wearing now conflict areas and then they breed, wherein people them they not go able for use them, then challenge them, and then they create resentment, and they create people them where it be say they not go to focus because they not education and they get again. Now something else then go they do what the society not go be gain from them. So all them things they are not even them who are they come and do for let them go able for help. But the price is what the problem they. But the knowledge is value when you look at the package. So you get now a two-way way government present they get for look and let them not go get dropouts, let them not go get people and who go there in something else where not go there a benefit. Or we can say there is TVET, which has come, even though the money not go do. We cannot make it what they dispose or waiting and get behind the coffers. Now we say we divert the idea of TVET so that this not technology, this not to all the year. We don't say with the block. Whatever they don't done, we sit down now, we look. If we don't know say we country, we don't settle down with economy, with GDP, everything they go, we can able for say now we go improve other students and we go they go. Or we self get for say let we get that thing there through this TVET, where would they go? Because if people are attracted to something else, why will not go distract them from going there where they go cause we get them wire? But it left now to the technical know-how, whether they for teach that thing there, whether they don't get them there because we don't get a lot of brain drain. So the one that we do in a field where they still they try to develop, the field one them where they try to gain education and tap. But it's a very difficult situation. But when we can say now, we say government pay this money here. Tomorrow they go say, oh, we don't go pay money. Now they all the money don't go. I don't blame we. But again, we don't know what's in the money we they get. We say the visit will be able to divert the economy for that particular purpose. You know, we continue something, we would focus on something else. Then why they come, then go. Because whenever they go in the streets, we they get people who they come there, we they get for go arrest people who go see how they call them the civil service organization, then they need anything there, they go arrest them, or they not go even give them the right. Then the outside world will begin to say, look, only they treat people in the streets. So it create attention, and it will be at a point because then when they beg. So then the next strategy, that's if what they want for do for them go get attention and go say, well, now go put placards. So we team up, we'll do this. Then you go say, well, then go say there's right for this, right for them, we'll go stop them. So you try to avoid all those things because when they try to develop, these are the things you try to root out. Those areas where a stumbling block, where you know say if you're able to do them, and then you go. But because of the framework we belong in the country, the way development belong they go, they're not going to get anything when they put aside, say, this now they put for now. And when they put around, then they say, well, they just can't do them, we'll go. When they can't plant, we're not going to grow it. We're not going to nourish them for like go. So you find out the replacement of a day for the other one then. So all this, I think for look into for say, long not just say we go look on one side what they get for can develop so that maybe we say we'll get we on day. Long we look side will be say we'll go bring them. We try for say let we do them. We put infrastructure in place. We put things in place. So all this not before don't come. They come we know before don't come. All maybe then before don't they get maybe then for those they get expert the way they can't one for can't do other thing then go back. But it's a two-way system where they get for worker. But the final aim number one for try help them let them pay that thing day and see how they will be able to achieve them. But it's based to the genuinity of the government. If they get a reason, they're not going to say because of they not deserve for body. Now, 5 so many people then go don't vet them based on the UK and other things. Them. Except they take the false documents and cargo, but I believe in them vet them for letting them go able for good in at the university because they are recognized because of their model from UNESCO and WHO. I'm sorry, why they say World Bank. You see, because they ask them for even use that model in Malaysia. You see, even somewhere in Washington, I think there's a in Washington they help because they get over 12 campuses around this area in Africa and Asia. So what you talk is a difficult thing, but the difficult thing, this is a big dream, which is a simple aim. And the big dream is that the students are going to develop their knowledge. Then we will tap knowledge. When I first century them before don't go get it, they at the place now. And then the approach one, the simple one, should have been the eagerness of the student then go on. There should have been infrastructure, something for push them. That aim they for go. You go see what I say is simple, it is simple in the form. But now the simple, if there is something in place from people that don't go see or not go do them because they want to do them. If you know say why they not able to do them, they not say we broke down or we add up because of that one. I just to give an example. I don't go see now because no know what they don't spending what affect the economy. But you get for make it simple by that transition for the sake of the education. You know go look at them because what are you looking? Total inclusion. You see, if you don't look at total inclusion, you try for say I know what have the time for talk about metaphorically, you use them to for campaign. Just you can't say a statement where you design and they allocate or something else. Oh well, they not do so. Oh well, now because of them, you don't get people who they now the previous government and then put them there. So all the room where you begin to hear them say that they room then go and sit down back. So I therefore believe saying a robust thing they therefore do, or even negotiate with the very people. I don't know if they ever meet them, but some they say that only CSOs and don't meet them for negotiate. Then be not saying same referee 1 or 2 times. I'm not going to go in detail, but I don't believe saying sit down for able to get a kind of a lobbying approach where we're able to approach them. because they get the World Bank yonder, where they know them people there. They for know all these things. And we will go start it, we'll go back door, let's go do so. There's some grant the way World Bank before don't gangi, for long go do so, long use a yonder. So that we'll go do them. Then go no, because it's all part of development, it's all part of the SDGs where they talk about. So this is what I do for he say, waiting government get for do, let them get for help. Otherwise, the breeding grounds where they strive for conflict, then go day now we country in small pockets. So now we clear them and see that big dream, it will be a simple process by that techno entrepreneurship. Thank you very much for giving me the platform. Let God help we and let God help we also. Thank you, sir.
Thank you
God
very
bless.
much, Usfriend.
You're most welcome, yeah.
Yes, sir. That's our Usfriend in your submission for today. Now we'll come with Tony. Make we waiting and get for we. Welcome on board, Tony Toure Jones. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Abraham. Good evening and good morning or good afternoon or good evening, family. Me on take in this whole thing, I feel say government for just sacrifice and pay. A lot of people then get mixed perceptions around. People then say, oh, it's too expensive, compared to other colleges them with the Nasalonde. This is a college, it's an international college with international accreditations. You have Sierra Leoneans, not the same college in Malaysia, where they do similar courses than they, you understand? Where they study, where the price very high when you compare where they left Salongo, Malaysia, go do the courses than they. Then you get a college within your country, we come with this kind of model and everything, we're easy accessible, which means people not even need for go Malaysia. You can do as alone, you do the courses, and these are not technology courses. These are not courses that we other colleges or University of Sierra Leone or Jaladi offered. You understand? Probably you will say IPAM they do similar courses then because IPAM gets a well-established structure and information or ICT departments. But we get to look at the benefits. Who is benefiting from here? It's Sierra Leoneans. Don't forget about below. We forget about color, which party me share the idea, which party we get them scholarship. These are Sierra Leoneans who at the end of the day get for finish their courses, come down, can begin work, and pay taxes to government. Before of whatever political party with in power. You know what them say everybody we did it. APC picking them. We then give scholarship. Some people then get scholarship not to say the party they did. Some of we benefits will get granting aid in all the college. Not of us say now to we may join political party, but it depends on your affiliation, depends on whether you know or whether I want to help you. So people then we keep being vulnerable. You know whether they pay you call your college fee or you're waiting a call, but you want land, you get the aspiration, you want to do something. So but this now area, I say this was serious, like Palega scholarships, and say you if I'm going to go cry to you. So you know me say not everybody where they go the na APC then picking them. You understand what I mean? Let government just sacrifice. If they want, they can ask them to sign a bond where it's okay, we go pay on our fees. You understand? But we want to make sign a bond. We after one are done. And I work for government. If let's say work for government for 4 years, or I work for government for 3 years. You understand? Government need them people that with them kind of technology than they. Government need them with them kind of expertise than they. Because they can attach in the different ministries. You understand? Governments get all ICT units or whatever where they fit in. Can put them then work for certain period. They got certain percentage from them pay for make them pay back. You understand? Rather than left them people then they legal let's look how the guy they say courses for take 4 years, they do them for 7 years. Let's call it spade a spade. We people that are looking at the cost and everything. Education is not cheap. There was a saying that say if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. You know something even we can't through the crisis. Oh, look, the very expensive. This that. That's the reason why even for a college, when I would say now we build your college in a salon. Ahmed Badin at this group, they listen. Me Ahmed Bad do masters together in Afabe College. That what's called a building day. We go firm cheers, masters class in 2010. We they go find look for chair, they go in a class lecture, they go, they open now, go there, you go look for empty chair, you take a for go up that Kennedy building. Then make we standard of education in we institution, then they fall. Because we most times they look at the price, you say, look at the conquest, the cheap, I mean the expensive. Education is not cheap. Education is expensive. If you want to get quality education, you can for put money panel. And this is an international college with international accreditations. You understand? Some of the lecturers that they lecture, not all Sierra Leoneans. You understand what I mean? We get for look at the bigger picture. We get for look who is benefiting. No, for begin to look at political party, these people in our APC picking them, or APC making them granting. Some of us get granting wave the SPP in power. We get granting wave in APC in power. You understand? It's just you say you need something, somebody want to help you. You understand what I mean? But you don't tell me say, oh no, because at the past they're waiting. No. Why they take over governance? They take over assets and liabilities. Not to just the good side and normal. We talk, oh, now this, the A all the time. They take over the liability as well. It's just like you taking over a company. You understand what I mean? I mean, let them just look at the bigger pictures. Let them see who, I mean, if not bond, let them over pay. But to do with the big governments, please, let them acknowledge from the parties that Sierra Leoneans. Government, they spend millions of leons where they give people where they come international, where they can't study. You understand? No name names. I know government people where the government don't send can oversee even a Boston. I know name names. Over almost $80,000 scholarship them. Government scholarship. The government are taxpayers' money. Those money is not coming from ministers, Kofa, or president in Kofa, or member of parliament in Kofa. No, it's coming from taxpayers' money. When they take them give scholarship, put that in themselves, they give scholarship. And the young people then they give scholarship as well. Forget can't get what's in the call. You know, so let them look at the bigger picture. Who is benefiting? These are Sierra Leoneans who will end up finish their course and begin work and pay taxes to government and work for developed salon. I mean, let government on the delay. It is embarrassing. We talk about a flagship project. We talk about education. You understand what I mean? Then we see some set of people they suffer for making them treat them with written a call. The government will tell me they don't get that money. No. Okay, give them a loan. Let it be a loan. The sign bond. You understand? If they say it's a burden on them. We've seen so many things the way government is spent by one of the add values. This you empower somebody. They try for make somebody they try for make somebody become self-reliant, make it become independent, make it learn something. And not in our time basis, they say Abraham body. They want to impact something in it. They want to put knowledge in it. They want to capacitate himself. They want to make himself more able to contribute to society tomorrow. Look at the bigger picture. Look at the benefits. You understand? I mean not take government. Government, I mean, when I able pay that money, let them sign bond if not able give them free. That I'm not take it, bro.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You ready to listen? Now your opportunity this now. If you get anything for ad, well, 232-78990991 na WhatsApp. 232-78990991 na WhatsApp. United States 1-646-610-3107. United Kingdom 44-739-803-0402. If you're watching on Facebook, look the numbers the way they scroll. You're looking at the green and the numbers the one in the for call. If you think say we don't do well, then 5 minutes we close the line. Look how this caller. We talk about the Limconquin University students. Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and outside the call from, please.
Good evening. This is Mustafa. They call from France.
You get 3 minutes, Mustafa.
You know, let God help we all and let God bless you now for this wonderful job that they do. You know, it's so hard trending for a government to come with say the flagship program na education. but then so hypocrite. Then go use we country money for spend and panting the way not make sense. But the one where they benefit the country, what we do with the cry say work not in a salon. Then people and then some of them for be able done then studies them, employ people them where the country they benefit pan. But then prefer for they spend money, pan travel will not make sense, pan other things that will not make sense, than for impact Sierra Leoneans them with your resources. Because with your resources, where you help one, then they get maybe 5 or 10 people and will go survive through one. But because we so wicked, so everything pan politics, with the wicked we comping them back. We say politics. Because look, we brothers them. By this time, some man for don't graduate, some man for don't even begin work there. Because some man na 1 year be don't left for him. Some man na 2 years be don't left for him. They don't pull 3 years common at their life. As he done water run me, I see that my brother they go broke stone with all the ambition we get, the effort we don't make. All because of in the name of politics. Now they hear they want buy motor them for paramount chief them where they get money from people them ever since. That money then they all don't do for pay for their brother then they and we sisters them. But they don't then damage people in future for nothing done in the past and say them flagship program na education. And education will drop out because even the college subsidies they will be happening at the university there. Lot of them not there again. Not only Lincoln Queen, lot of them not there again. And the course there where most of them boys in they do under, they found that na any side, na any other college or university na saloon. They find them there. The past government be know how they manage, then they handle that. Why themselves no go do the same? If una no want do, una no want get other people in scholarship again, okay. But you don't they let them finish their course. Now at the end of the election, end of the term now, where election they come, you go tell me, then go pay for them. As election term so, then go pay for them. For let them feel say because now wicked people them. For let them go able for galvanized votes. Now he no more than careful. Let God help you, let God guide all. Let God bless Salon. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mustafa.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yes, caller, you live on air. You name and who the call from, please.
Yes, Mr. Tripoli. Thank you very much. This is Pakol from Dallas, Texas.
Yes, Pakol, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, sir. May God bless you, sir, for all which you do, all the efforts we at least put across. Honestly speaking, the art trending for we even discuss them in their way, we all know the reality of things that happen. Make no mistake, this not to thing we don't happen anytime soon. It don't happen for a very, very long time for all my way they come, they seek the interests of your own people. The one caller make reference to people that can study overseas where government money and they use. Mr. Seth can attest to that. I know people that can study in America, yeah, when government money and they use lots of money. I know people where they alone and they send money, a lot of money, they buy expensive vehicles. But me, honestly, I'm not going to be the point finger up on governments and all that. These are collective efforts for we change some of them in our country. With the cry, with blessed day, with the people on the sofa, with the people on the street, the system messed up. The system messed up. If we not try for fix what's in the happen in our country, the policy that happen in our country, other governments will come back like the same government will depend. Because all man is try for at least protecting you. All man is try for making you look good. So man go say, okay, I know they give them picking and they pay school fee for them picking and they because it's in to over empower them this now. Not so we don't picking them. They know can at least better way. But then they fail for realize say if they empower them picking and they they can better tomorrow. Everybody but sometimes they go married to their young picking them, we go benefit their own families. By the end of the day, na Sierra Leone the better. You know, but we get for look at the bigger picture. We get for get passion for people where they suffer. Look, picking at the broke stumble. Hey, bro, what's our conscience then there? So then I ask for talk. You really ask for talk. When you get passion for your people, it's very easy for no. What's that passion out there? Easy for no. So then you know, people they cry inside the heart. Every blessed, they play, they go sleep and they cry. Let God sorry for we. Let God bless Salome, brother. Me, I don't blame this government. So, I mean, and get them blamed, but I don't blame this government. I go blame we all. We all get fault for how they suffer today. Because certain things if we don't correct in the past, you know, if we don't correct them, what's in the happen, so enough for the happen. But we still get time for correct certain things that way with future will be bright. Let God bless you, people, and let God bless Salon. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Paco. Phone line looks low, so if nobody nodded, the next 5 minutes, we go close the phone line. We'll talk about Limconquin University and Salone, government of Salone, from this administration day, the promises, but nothing will come to pass. So now make me ask them, see, what thing then go can do now? Because I know say where they don't talk say then they can go bigger. The government, they can't promise them back. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who the call from, please.
Yes, please. This is Ahmed. They call from UK.
3 minutes, sir.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, we don't listen to the program. We don't get some of them video about this Limconquin University, just like waiting whose friend analyze and the other previous speakers there. The bottom line is this now a career development program where they do. If then students here, at least one of its kind, they're able to graduate, then go able to go into the society. Like come for them part of their life for doing technology course and they're expensive. But it's good. I know the government is subsidized. Maybe the previous government the same thing they do. They could increase that process they already. There's no time again when this government come for carry reform I say, then get for vet the students then. Come on, who does that? In the first place, before you enter that university they for go, they go don't scream them. You know, and vet them, and they accept them. So when you come, no matter what, just continue with the process. If the program is going to be, 2 years, 3 years, and then you continue. I remember when I was, there was a time during just after the war, almost we went to the college. Then I do HC if I do, may go to university. They get let my people go because then they do 3 years. When they can't change the program for 2 years, they're not going to stream them back again. Those are government, supporter or the colleges. They let them the other students they move forward. Now career, by the time they complete that course, and then they go don't understand, they go don't do a lot of some practical things. You know, we say, oh, they're not qualified, they're for student again for put. No, an officer that work. Therefore, just continue the process for help them out. Now look, like waiting you see, instead of 4 years, now they not sit down like 3 years again. Now waste of time. A waste of time. They develop, they care, we go nowhere. To me, the way I see things, then just bring politics into the whole thing. Now so me view am. Maybe they want politicize and no more, because look at the amount of money then they boast of spending into education. They get for cuts across. Because these are indigenous, these are our own people. At least if they get that career, then they will go to lots of all of the other technical areas and they will be until we develop only the expertise again coming outside much more. So that's therefore don't do for me. That's how I look at it. Because this is done too long. Look, 3 years. And they will make anything tangible for them students here. It's so sad anyway. It's sad, Government should go back to the drawing board and allow these guys for making them try for complete their courses then. And if possible, made invite continue. Necessary actually. Necessary, no matter how you look, I don't know anyhow we look at it. It's very necessary for more to get such an invite in that country. Now me your contribution, towards that. Anyway. Thank you very much, Triple A.
Thank you very much, caller. The time for return calls. If you don't call we return your call, When they talk about the Lincoln Queen University students, then we see soon then go begin common at it for go big, for see how much then go able for raise, go to Soriat organizations them, for able for talk to them if they can able for help them for pay the tuition. If you don't call we they call you back, answer. Because we'll lock the line. In that. Government of Sierra Leone. All the failed promise them, they count against Tona. Really, they count against Tona. Ona say, ona dey pay. But, ona not agree for pay. There, wale ona can tell me. If una dey pay or una not dey pay. Then they go make things easy. Because for the promise, we una truly no see, una not ready for pay, that make una look good though. They make una look good at all. Eh? Okay. Let's see. But I try for play that Brookstone documentary we then do, but I'm not able to get hold of that one day. Okay. Let's we just with small. Let's see within. I go add and just play something quick. You remember say even at the town hall meeting, President Baby talk about that back, eh? Hey, Papa God. I don't know if you remember. We've been talking about that one. We all the big government. Say do ya. And they help them people there. Because they are Sierra Leoneans. Let's have to get hold of. But actually, now the video I want to play. But anyway, I'll play the audio. The video I won't play, but the video the tower. It will be the last audio I will play. This now a report. Wait. This now a report where AYV been do. Let me listen, yeah? I won't play the video, but unfortunately, the video tower for me. But I'll play the audio.
And these students are left without any hope of their issues being addressed by the government. They seem to have been abandoned. Their hope of acquiring university degrees and diplomas have been put on hold for something they know nothing of. This has forced them to embark on street begging to raise funds to complete their courses.
Here today to seek financial aid, to seek help from donors both home and abroad, from philanthropists, sympathizers, of we the innocent souls, because we don't know what went wrong. We were not there during the agreement between the government of Sierra Leone and Limcoqueen. We are just beneficiaries, but we are really the ones suffering and feeling the pinch right now.
To call the attention of donors and international organizations, individuals that are ready to save our future by paying us fees. As we've been for years now, we've been sitting at home. Our fees have not been paid.
We are hopeless and frustrated. You see, we are here today to show the world that students of Limcoqueen, we want to continue our cause. We want people out there to support us. We are calling on philanthropists, NGOs, people with golden hearts to come to our rescue.
A statement from President Bio in a town hall meeting stating it's unfair to pay such amount for students in private universities like Limcoqueen seems to have dashed the hope of these students.
I pity the students in that Limcoqueen. And what we are trying to do is to see how we can get all of these students into other universities so that they can continue their education. We started paying for them. 2 million was paid. So then we realized that it is unfair to pay 30 million for one student in Limcoqueen, which government has to pay by the nature of the agreement. Whereas even our kids, our students in commerce, don't pay that amount.
The street begging by these students is an indication of how far they wish to go in ensuring they complete their courses at the Limcoqueen University. Ronald Jomorovia, AYV News, Freetown.
One for tell Ronald, thank you from AYV. When you listen to waiting the president been talk, eh? Now the town hall meeting. When you listen to waiting the president say, what thing will be your advice for the students them? You know hear that part today? Okay, wait. I'll make you hear back. Waiting president Bio talk na the town hall meeting. Waiting go be your advice for them students right now. Listen to the president back here.
For students in private universities like Limcoqueen seems to have dashed the hope of these students.
I pity the students in that Limcoqueen. And what we are trying to do is to see.
It say in pity, in sorry for the students them na Limcoqueen. But this now waiting the government they try for do. Now the president they explain so now.
How we can get all of these students into other universities.
How then go able forget all the students then they into another university. You wanna know why? The president again.
So that they can continue their education. We started paying for them. 2 million was paid. So that
he say then begin for pay for them. Okay? Then begin for pay for them. Then what's happen again, sir?
Then we realized that it is unfair to pay 30 million for one student in Limcoqueen.
When then begin for pay, And I then realize, no, enough fair for make would they pay $3,000, 30 million for one student na Limco Queen. At first, they say they know they pay. Done, then decide say then go pay. Done, then realize back say they no want for pay. I ask you again. The presidency then realize say it unfair to the other students them within other colleges them inside Sierra Leone for make the government they pay 30 million for one student na Limco Queen. So then they feel for the other students there. Say then they can say then they treat the other students then unfairly. And the president in Wado.
Has to pay by the nature of the agreement. Whereas even our kids, our students in commerce don't pay that amount.
The street begging by these students is an indication of how far they wish to go in ensuring they complete their courses at the Limco Queen University.
Okay, Ronald, thank you back. Now the video I want to play make you'll be seeing, but anyway, you still hear him. Waiting will be your advice now for the students there. Students then, if una able go big, una able go find Soriat organization, una feel say una able raise fund for una go do more. If they come meet una back, say make una know worry, then they go pay. Not to true. Because you need to a big man say the lie. You not go get for happen. Not go get for happen. That's straight up. That's straight up. You not get for happen. And say not to foresee. The president not tell you saying that the money they not get to. He said then they feel for the other students there. Within other colleges. Because then they treat them unfairly. Unless they tell them say Limco Queen tell them say government don't pay. Without that, my brother and my sister them, una not trust them. Una find una way, una source. I can't be don't begin to go out there. Maybe una go meet people them. I can't say una they look for big organizations. Then maybe you guys will be lucky. We go take up on this. But 30 million for one student. Government. They see them begin, then they shake. I make the college don't call pull press release for the private students there. Yeah? Because then they can say that why forget you. But Nayana Salon. It is what it is. I'll go left here, I'll go there back tomorrow. Maybe advice to them. The plan una get, una continue. If they can meet to yourself. If Limco Queen no can't tell una stay, yes, they don't get their alert. Una no stop. Una go big, una big. Una go knock na Soriat organization in the month. Maybe. Just maybe. Somebody they were well connected. Organization they were well connected. Organization they were well connected. They Then go talk one thing no more to them, then go pay. Okay. Till we meet again. Tripolisi. Tata.